This is Dennis Wing, and on today's Friday Rhythm Games video, we're going to have some fun with groupings in 4/4. Now, when you have 8 notes in 4/4, that's obviously 8 eighth notes per bar, and if you're doing 4 bars, that's 32 eighth notes. And there's a lot of different combinations, as you'll see here, of 32 eighth notes that you can do. And we're going to only take the first few here, which are like 4, 7, 7, 7, adds up to 32. So I always look for ways to simplify. So the 4, like 2 eighth notes is 1 beat. So the 4 means 2 beats. So basically, if you just wait till beat 3, you do 4 sets of 7, and that'll do it. Now, one of the simplest ways to feel 7 is to count 3.5. In other words, like 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So that in 4/4 it would sound like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1. Now, I prefer Kanakal, the South Indian language of rhythm, rather than saying numbers, because it does get confusing, these things. It's easier to hear it as a sound. And so I would go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tako dim, kitako dim, kitako dim, kitako dim, kita. Might sound like this. So that was 4 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7. Next one we're going to do is 5, 6, 7, and 7. In order to show you that one, I'm going to tell you what other syllables I'm using in Kanakal for each one. And I outlined them all right here. So for 2, I use da, 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 da. I mean, usually just ta is 1, but I'm leaving 1 eighth note blank, so I don't want to clutter up the space with every eighth note and say taka 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 taka, because then you wouldn't be able to hear the different groupings and it wouldn't be as much fun. It would just sound like, no matter what you're grouping, it would just sound like a string of eighth notes. So I'm just using, in this case, ta 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 ta. Now, like I said, the easiest way to count the odds, like in 7, I did 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So I did all the odds like that. Like for 5, I did ta ge kita ge kita ge kita. Here, listen to it with 5. Ta ge kita ge kita ge kita ge kita. Similarly with 3, I did ta kita 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 kita. So like all the odds are there's a space right after the downbeat. Like here's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Taka taki, the taka taki, the taka taki, the taka taki, the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. So it just makes things easier. Now, in order to contrast that, contrast the odds, I put I put 2 eighth notes right together for the even numbers, except for 2. So for 4, I did taka mi taka mi taka mi taka mi taka mi taka mi ta, and for 6 I did taka di mi taka di mi taka di mi taka di mi ta, and then for 8 I did taka mi taka jutaka mi taka jutaka mi taka juta. So that's my method. You'll see that it won't clutter up the space and it helps you keep track of the groupings, right? So when we go to 5, 6, 7, and 7, 7, the 5 is da ge ka, the 6 is taka dimi, and the 7s are tako dim katako dim katako. So this is how the whole thing's going to look. Reciting this over 4 bars of 4/4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tage kataka dim tako dim katako dim katako dim kata. Here's what it sounds like. Another one is 6, 6, 7, and 7. And I personally, after experimenting with it, I like 6, 7, 6, 7, 6 because it, I don't know, symmetrical. And so when we take each of these, taka dimi and tako dimka, right? It would do that twice, followed by a taka dimi like this. So in the end, you'd have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Taka dimi tako dim taka dimi tako dim taka dimi ta. Might sound like this. So there's literally like an infinite variety of rhythmic creativity that guitarists can have for soloing, composition, for rhythm guitar, all that stuff. And it's not talked about nearly as much as harmony and melody are talked about in technique in the guitar world. And so I'm building a course that is all things rhythmic as far as creativity goes, and also basic things like how to get a strong time feel and keep a groove and things like that. And I'd love to hear your feedback. If you're a musician who has either struggles with rhythm or you've had breakthroughs with rhythm, I'd love to hear about it, because I haven't started the course yet, but I'm interviewing musicians, and I will give you in return for doing a 20 to 30 minute Zoom call with me one of my mini courses, of which there are 3. There's how to play in odd times. There's for Music Geeks Only, which is 82 exotic and common modes, nothing to do with rhythm. And the third one is called the Rhythm Generator, where you can generate an infinite variety of rhythms within 4/4. And so I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you want to schedule a Zoom call with me, click the Calendly link in the description. Thank you so much, and hope to meet you.